The holidays start here at Kroger with a variety of options to celebrate traditions old and new. You could do a classic herb-roasted turkey or spice it up and make turkey tacos. Serve up a go-to shrimp cocktail or use Simple Truth wild-caught shrimp for your first Cajun risotto. Make creamy mac and cheese or a spinach artichoke fondue from our selection of Murray's cheese. No matter how you shop, Kroger has all the freshest ingredients to embrace all your holiday traditions. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Welcome to the Instagram Stories Flash Briefing, where I give you all the news you could possibly need to know about Instagram, plus how to grow your following in 3 minutes or less. Boom, let's get into it. Today, Instagram announced via its Twitter PSA, you can now reply to your friends' stories using the GIFs. Update your app to try it. I personally do not have the ability to do that through the app. When I try, it says, sorry, that kind of messaging is not supported here, but perhaps you do. By the way, if you have a chance to take a look at this tweet, which I will share in the Facebook group, you'll see tons of people who are just asking, who cares about GIFs? Can you please help me get my wrongly disabled account back? Unfortunately for those people, there's very little support that Instagram provides. TheVerge.com had a really good article, How to Change Your Instagram Username. Byline, it's much easier than it is on other platforms. The reason I'm highlighting this article is it makes the point, if you would like to change your username to something and that username was taken, it is worthwhile to periodically check and see if that username has become available. Often, Instagram will remove accounts that have become dormant or were fake in the first place. Who knows? Maybe at some point I will be Daniel Hill on Instagram. That would just be crazy. Okay, there are two other topics I want to talk about. First, Selena Gomez, who was previously the most followed person on Instagram, who is now the fourth most followed person on Instagram, gave an interview where she talked about her thoughts on Instagram. She was asked if she would get rid of Instagram completely given the chance. Her answer was, I think I'd have a lot of people not liking me for saying yes. If I could find a balanced, happy medium, that would be great. But I would be lying if I said that it isn't destroying some of my generation, their identity. It's a huge part of why I named my album Rare, because there's so much pressure to look the same as everyone else. Recently, however, she did start going back on the app. However, she just used friends' phones to do that. Now, she seems to have found a balance. Her quote, it was scary going back on. The first 4 days I was like, no, there's no way I can do this. What I do now is only go on when I feel I need to. Then I'll just log off. I won't take the time to explore or look at anything else. I'm pointing this out because when the fourth most popular person on your platform says that they don't want to spend any time on your platform, this is a really big concern. Our last story today comes from CNET. Headline, teens have figured out how to mess with Instagram's tracking algorithm. Byline, teenagers are using group accounts to flood Instagram with random user data that can't be tied to a single person. I will just give you the gist of this story, which is that teenagers are sharing accounts, and this way Instagram has no real concept of who they are, because every time they go on, they like different things and look at completely different content because everyone has different interests. And in this way, they remain anonymous. I think this is something we'll start to see a lot more catch on as people within certain circles, whether it's family or friends, start to share accounts to obscure user data, because that's really the best way to do it. That's it for today's Flash Briefing. If you'd like to discuss any of these articles, check out my Facebook group, The Instagram Stories, facebook.com/groups/IG Stories. Thanks for listening.